Sean Cooper, one of my
Yeah.
favorite bands of all time, Taking Back Sunday. Thank you for taking just a few minutes to chat with us.
No, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So, new album 152. Congrats on that, by the way. I love it. I think Tashar produced that beautifully. It sounds crisp. It sounds youthful. It sounds really good. So I just want to say that
Thank you.
right off of the bat. So congrats. With the name 152, when I first read about this like last year, I was desperately trying to find, is it 152? Is it 152? Is it 152? Like, Blink 182, they people in England call them Blink 182. Did you know that?
It's a lot of syllables. I did not know that.
Yeah, Mark Hoppus, he said something. He's like, I don't care how you say it, just don't spell it with a capital B. I'm like, fair enough. So it is 152.
Yeah, that's what we say. When we're talking about exits and stuff, off ramps on the highway and stuff, I would just say 152. But yeah, you can call it whatever you want.
Is that what it is from an exit?
Yeah, it's an exit that Adam used to meet up with friends from all over North Carolina and go to hardcore and punk rock shows back when he was a kid, and he started incorporating it to our first releases, our first the demos we put out, and then on to Tell All Your Friends and every other record since. And then we just thought this is kind of marking a new beginning with this album, and we wanted to make that the title.
That's funny. I'm from Detroit, and we have an exit, the Big Beaver exit number 69, which is just hilarious in its own right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Can we get into a little bit of rapid fire just to open it up a little
Sure.
bit here? Just questions you really shouldn't have to think about. First thing that comes to your head. Is that cool?
Okay, I'll try. I'm not very quick, but I'll try.
These are easy, I promise. Like, first one,
All right.
ice cream or donuts, one has to go forever. Which one are you keeping?
All right, I'm keeping ice cream.
Okay. Night owl or morning person?
Man, I was a night owl for a very long time. I've become a morning person since the kids came along. It's bizarre. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable, but I'm in bed by like 11 every night when I'm at home.
Nice. Are you a gamer?
I play like first person shooters and stuff, like just campaigns. I don't get on the online play. My son is big into Fortnite and stuff, but he just beats me up too much when we play. So I'm like, no, I'm playing my own games.
That's it. They kick your ass on if you're playing online, and it shouldn't work.
Yeah, I rage quit. I can't deal with it.
What would you say your favorite video game of all time is?
I like the Doom games. I like Doom and Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, if I had it, like, it's just fun to run around shooting weird aliens and demons and stuff. Like, it's really, really simple too, and that's about as much as my brain can take.
All right. What is your favorite Taking Back Sunday album?
God, it's got to be 152. I mean, I feel like every band is going to say that, but I'm most proud of it. We worked for so many years, and there was so much time in between. So I gotta stick with 152. It's so fresh, and I really enjoy playing every song every night when we get the chance.
Is the NFL rigged?
Definitely.
Who's the most famous person in your phone contacts?
It's a toss-up. I would have to go either Steve Aoki, legendary DJ, or Seth Rollins from WWE. He's a WWE World Champion, so we're buds. Yeah, so that.
Nice, very cool. Yeah. One more rapid fire, and I want you to think about this one. If you could only eat one type of cheese for the rest of your life, one type, what type of cheese would it be?
Okay, man, this is pretty boring. I'm highly lactose intolerant. However, I do eat a ton of cheeses that are non-dairy, so I have to go Daiya cheddar cheese. I melt it on nachos and stuff, and I eat way too much of it, and I think it's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go right back to 152. That's what we're here talking about. You're on a new label. You're on Fantasy Records. What is so important about a label for you? What do you look for to make a perfect match? And you landed on Fantasy Records.
The biggest thing was the amount of passion they had, and it seemed like they understood our vision. They understood we didn't want to get caught in a nostalgia box. A lot of people try to put us there, but we said, no, that's not us. We want to do more. Like, we think our best work is ahead of us. It's not behind us. We love that people appreciate our old albums, and we'll always play those songs forever, but we don't want to stay there. We want to keep growing. We want to keep evolving. From the very, very beginning, Fantasy understood that from a marketing perspective, and just how driven they were to kind of push us in new directions. Like the song Sold is going all over the radio. It's something we haven't had in a very, very long time. And that's really cool. And they understood the vision. So it was that kind of vision, that kind of passion, the great team from top to bottom. Like we had a wonderful dinner when we were out in Los Angeles with the heads of the label, like wonderful women who just know how to run an amazing label and get our stuff out to the masses, and just the global footprint they have. So they seem to be doing everything right, and they're so passionate and really seem to care about us.
That's great. Speaking of what you just said, I'll just say one quick thing. I'll let Eddie rip off some questions here. What you just said is to not really, like, can't remember how you worded it, dwell on the nostalgia. But one thing that I definitely noticed in this album was it is very nostalgic, but it's more like an evolved version of the very early albums that we all fell in love with. It's like a more grown-up sound, and I don't mean that in like a you're old kind of thing. It's like I started listening to Taking Back Sunday when I was super young, teenager. I felt like the sound has grown with me as well.
Yeah, and we're so glad that is connected with people. We weren't sure. We knew we were taking a pretty big risk. I actually, speaking to Seth Rollins, I sent him an early advance copy of the record. I was like, "Hey man, don't know what you're gonna think about this, but let me know." And he's like, "Man, I'm taking it all in. I really like some of the songs, but more than anything, it's so cool that you guys are taking this chance." And I was like, "Okay, cool. You get it. You get it. You understand what we're going for." So it seems like the people that have known our band really understand that we couldn't stay in the same place, because we just kind of find that boring. We don't want to retread on old themes, but it's the same songwriters that brought you Tell All Your Friends. The guys, it's the same guys in the room. It's the same process. We brought in Tushar Afti to do the production and sonically give it a different quality and everything. And he got us too. He understood the passion and the vision from day one. So I think that's what you're hearing, and I'm so glad that you noticed.
Yeah.
If you guys ever need more ears to listen to the album before anyone else, just send it our way. We got you covered. Absolutely.
Will do. Thank you. Thank you.
The video of Sold has taken over the internet. Like when it first came out, it was on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, Instagram, TikTok. I kept seeing clips of it all over the place. Where did that idea come from? Because a backyard party, genius idea.
Yeah, so we talked with our director, DJ Bronner, and we wanted to kind of have this arc to incorporate multiple songs and have a kind of theme that led from one song to the next. And then Mark, our drummer, had this great idea for the backyard party, and our friend Mike Dubin helped coordinate with the location. They do these shows regularly out here on Long Island, a town called Lindenhurst, a backyard house show. That is what we grew up doing, and we were so happy to hear that that's still a thing that's happening in our hometown, essentially. And we coordinated with the owners of the house, and we just kind of threw a party, and we filmed the video. We knew it was kind of a big ask to have people sit through this song that they had never heard before 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I forget how many times we played it over and over again, but then we're like, you know what, let's turn it into a real show. And we actually played about 35 minutes until the cops were going to shut it down. We were hitting the noise curfew and stuff. And we're all adults. We got families and stuff, so we don't want to bum anyone out in the neighborhood. But the neighborhood was so cool. Everyone was so accommodating, and people went off, and we were able to capture that in the Sold video.
Where did
Whose house was it? Sorry, Eddie.
Yeah, I forget the guy's name, but it was a friend of a friend.
Okay, I was like, random guy. I would be excited as hell. I'm like, do whatever you want to my house. I don't care. Let's do this.
Yeah.
What about those burgundy red suits? Where did that come from?
So we always we were kicked around the idea for years of trying to kind of have a theme that connected us all to kind of feel more like a gang. And we know a lot of bands have done the suit thing before. So we did a group shopping trip, and we just hit up a mall on Long Island and stuff. And we said, hey, they have all of our sizes in this one. And the best part about it is the suits are machine washable. You got to hang them up to dry them, but you don't get too stinky when you're on the road, because I am a clean freak, especially when we're out on the road. Shower after every show, and I was washing my suit every 2-3 shows, especially over the summer. We were in Texas. Everyone was sweating like crazy. It got pretty disgusting, but those suits were clutch.
So you guys are going on tour May, right?
Yeah. Across the U.S.
What do you do mentally or even physically to prepare for a big tour on the road?
I'm always working out at home. I'm always doing different stuff to kind of stay active. Like that's kind of one of my favorite things. I do a lot of Brazilian jiu-jitsu and stuff at Matt Serra's gym in Huntington. And I was just there this morning having a great time. So like I kind of just indulge all my hobbies when I'm home. And that kind of like then it kind of makes me excited for the shows and then rest my body too. I kind of heal up a little bit when I'm on the road. So it's just kind of mentally prepping for it and practicing the songs. You know, I like to go over everything in the couple weeks leading up to it, so nothing is too foreign and has been under my fingers. But that's pretty much it. Especially like after all these years, kind of know what we're doing. We like to get a good long sound check in. Maybe we'll do a rehearsal day or two, depending on the kind of staging we have, and learn how to work with that. But other than that, it's pretty simple.
So what you're saying is if you get one of those kooks that come running up on stage, you're the one that gets to kick their ass.
Oh no, I got people to pay to take care of that. I'm too brittle,
good.
So what about when you're not on the road? You're going, from place to place. You're nonstop. Then you're home for a while. Like, what is your process, your mindset like when you're just chilling with nothing to do at that point?
That's my favorite, man. I love doing nothing. Like, dude, days off and stuff. I'd sit in my hotel room, I'd play my Doom Eternal, talk to the family and stuff. And yeah, so like at this point in the career and how long we've been doing it, like I love those times. And then, the family the kids get a little whiny, they need too many snacks or something. I'm like, I can't wait to go back on the road and play some songs with my friends.
Have you traveled on the road with the kids at all? Have they seen you do your thing?
Yeah, they have, and it's funny. They have a very similar mindset to me. They like being out, they like seeing the shows, but then they're like, you know what? Enough with the hotels, enough with the travel, enough with the traffic. I gotta go home. Sorry, Dad. We'll see you.
That's awesome.
All right, I got one more for you, and this is another thing that went viral, and also good for you for having a couple of these things go viral. You guys crashed a wedding. How did that come about? Why did you decide to do it?
So it was so natural and so it was just such an organic moment. And our manager Jillian coordinated. We released we put it out on the internet, the release date of 152, and a woman, the bride, reached out to our social media through, I think it was Instagram DM or something, and said, "Oh my God, what a wonderful thing! I'm getting married on this day. This is so cool that your record is coming out." And that was it. She wasn't looking for anything, wasn't asking, just relaying the information that she was happy as like a super fan of our band. So our managers got in touch with the maid of honor and said, "Hey, maybe we can meet up and we could. Would you like Taking Back Sunday to show up at the wedding?" Said, "Oh my God, the bride and groom are gonna freak out." So we were happening to do rehearsals for our full album play. We were playing the album front to back. We had to work on all those songs for about a week. And within that time is when the wedding happened. We were rehearsing about 2 hours away. So we got in the car after rehearsals. We drove to the wedding. We snuck in under the cover of night when the maid of honor and the best man were giving speeches, and we were secluded in this room. And then we came out. Adam, John, and our guy Nathan played a couple of songs and stuff. We took pictures with the bride and groom, big hugs all around. And it couldn't have been a sweeter, more beautiful moment. And we were so happy to be a part of it.
That's so cool. So the album 152 Taking Back Sunday, it's out now. I love it. If you love Taking Back Sunday, any point in their career, you're gonna love this. So stream it, pick it up. I got to get the vinyl. So Sean Cooper, thank you for taking time to chat with us today. Good luck on the album. I don't think you swing through Wisconsin on this tour, but please come see us soon.
We will. We're gonna make that happen.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Later.